What's up, YouTubers? Dottie and Jay here. We just chilling. Show you Dottie. Gotta show more Dottie. We just woke up. We didn't do our hair. My hair's a mess. I'm gonna stop. Yo, we're just sitting here because we made a video yesterday that got demonetized. And you know what? I agree with YouTube. It shouldn't have been on YouTube. It should never be on... Anyway, let me explain what I'm saying. Me and Dottie are playing a game right now. It's called The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 1 was about a girl that was... She had the cure... They believed she had the cure saving the world because the world goes into an infection and turns into zombies. So this girl got bit and she didn't turn into a zombie. So they were thinking she had the cure in part 1. So she ran around... I mean, not ran around... a man named Job, a character, comes in and protects her and is supposed to bring her to the doctor that's going to take the cure out of her and give it to everybody else. So the guy Joe, he ends up getting detached to this girl because they have to... This is a world, apocalyptic world. Everybody wants to kill you, you know. It's just has a lot of people that are not following guidelines of humanity. So they go through a lot of things from... In Last of Us 2, Joe and this girl goes through so much things, loopholes, just to get to the hospital, and humanity kicked in again. Instead of that, they said to him, all right, thank you for bringing her here. You know, now, but he goes, what's going to happen to her? She's still going to stay alive. And they were like, no. So he walks away and he goes, he did all that to save her just to get, so they can kill her and get the virus, you know, to get the cure of the virus out. So he couldn't sit with himself and allow them to do that to her because he loved her so much. He saved her from those people and killed them all. So he did a lot of bad things, this guy.
Basically, it's an apocalyptic world. She's immune to a disease that's killing people.
Yeah.
And turning them into whacker jobs and
turning into... There's other zombies that's in this game that after a zombie is old enough, it morphs into like mushroom head zombies. Like
they go blind and deaf.
Yeah, mushrooms start to grow on them if they're alive long enough. You know. So
in part 1, he's supposed to take her for the cure. So as he's walking away, he's like, "How's this gonna go for her?" And they basically tell him death. So in the midst of him walking out the hospital, his humanity kicks in.
Right. That's the part I was talking about.
So instead of him leaving, he ends up doing a 360 and killing everybody.
Right.
And taking her out the hospital.
So he saves her in part 2. Reason why we're going to explain why our game got demonetized, but they said I could still do the game. I'm still going to do the game. So we're going to... Right now, what me and Dottie's doing is we're catching you up to what they didn't let you see. And we're going to continue to do the game and try to get through it without getting demonetized. Right? We can't put the vicious parts. This game got really...
It got real.
It got real, and then it got vicious, and it's gotten really gory.
Heart thumping.
Right. So, now you know, when you see this video with Dottie and Jay, you're going to understand that The Last of Us is almost like a real life thing, what's going on. You're like, you know, Walking Dead or... Fear the Walking Dead, all those things. It's like what we're doing. But it's a character that has a cure and now she's gone, right? So now he takes her away from that hospital and kills everybody, right? Part 2. They talk about how they're living and all that stuff.
But Joe has a flashback of what he did in 1.
Right. So he's telling Joe bring Ellie back to the mountains where his brother, Joel's brother, lived. And they had this place with the water working and all this stuff, right? In part 1. In part 2, he's telling his brother, he's sitting on the couch. He goes, you know, I got to tell you the truth. I had a dream. And he's like, what's going on? He goes, I never told you this part. And he's like, what is this? And he was like, Joel was telling him, his brother... You know, he was confessing. He was like, look, you know, me and Ellie, we didn't tell you, but I didn't tell you this part, but you know how she was supposed to be the cure of the world? And he was like, yeah. Well, they wanted to kill her, so I kept her alive and killed everybody else. And I just feel that my past is going to come and bite me in the ass. He didn't say it like that, but that's basically
he did say it like that.
You know, he kind of said it like that. So we go through scenes, and then Joel and his brothers running around killing, trying to escape the zombies, the horde. It's called Horde. So you're running from these zombies. They're everywhere on the mountain. You're running from them. It's the most scariest part. That's what I thought it was going to be a good video, which was a good video.
It started out a good video.
Amazing video, but YouTube had every right to demonetize us because it was too cruel. What happened was way too cruel. So we're just going to explain it to you. Hopefully that would be okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Joel is running from this horde, trying to find Ellie at the moment. She's older now. She's not a little girl no more. She's older. She's like in her 20s. And they're both looking for each other because this horde comes in. So as Ellie's going to look for Joel is with the crew that's with them since the beginning of part 2. Turns out the crew that Joel was helping and saving in part 2 turns out to be the people that he killed and murdered and viciously kicked their ass for this little girl. Well, they came back for him. They came back for Joel, and they put a whooping on this boy, and they show you everything.
From the golf club?
Everything. How they started was, he was like, everybody safe. He just saved them all from the horde, right? Him and his brother. He was like, everything's safe. They were like, here. He turns around, and they blow his freaking knee off his leg. First thing that happens, out of nowhere, boom! You see it in detail. And that's why that got demonetized. My video got demonetized, me and Dottie, for the next showing of The Last of Us, because of what I'm explaining to you. This is insane. So out of nowhere, and you see every detail of this story, I'm telling you. They blow his leg off, they tourniquet his leg, and he goes, well, just do what you gotta do, but who are you? And they were like, don't sit here and deny that you don't know us. You know this. They had like a tag on their jacket. He goes, you know this tag. Don't sit here and deny it and say you didn't do this. You deserve this. He goes, do what you must do. He's just being like a super crazy man or whatever, warrior. So he goes, do what you must do. And they go, no, you thought this was going to be quick? Oh my Lord, YouTube. They beat the hell out of this man. And they showed it. And I agree with YouTube when they took it down my video. Because it was vicious. It was a vicious beating they showed on this video game. And I said in the beginning, it was funny, in the beginning of that video that you're never going to see, I said it, this is not for the faint in its hearts. Because these zombies, I thought it was mostly zombies, but there's stories in this, So what happened with Joel was, everything he did for Ellie caught up with him, and karma got him. Because you don't get, in this world, or in any world, even it don't have to be this serious, but even if it was that serious, in any aspect, you don't do something bad to somebody else, you know what I'm saying, even though you're doing something good without consequences coming your way. Everybody knows that. So that's, man, it was just so terrible. Me and her was like in shock and awe, because they killed him with the golf club. Like she hit his back of his head and smashed it everywhere. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Horrible.
I said, what the fuck? Really? I saw it was leading up to and everything, and I was like, oh my God, Walking Dead all over again. With Negan in the band, I'm like, oh my God, Walking Dead all over again, It was terrible, man. We just wanted to get on. We wanted to talk about it with you guys.
That
because
was terrible.
This Last of Us 2, man, you have to have a strong stomach to play this. And I think I do, but it's just... the reason why it got me, and I got a little, into it, because you know how some people... It's like reading a book, and you're hearing a story, and you get into it, you feel like you're part of it, And playing The Last of Us 1, it makes you get into it. It's a whole game. I
waited a very long time for this game to come out.
You get to know the characters. You get to know, and then you see the main character, getting beat the hell out of. And then, the bad part is, Ellie finds him right before they kill him. Ellie finds him, they throw her on the floor, and she had to watch him die.
That's the worst part.
That's the worst. And she's screaming, I'm going to kill you.
And his brother Tommy watched him die.
And the brother Tommy, he got beat up. He got pistol whipped about 3 times. And the brother Tommy had to watch Joel, his brother, die in front of him.
His older brother.
His older brother and that, right. It was so cruel, this part, you know? But it was part of the storyline. It's a freaking really good game, but it just teaches you what the apocalypse could be like, you know? And that's why it gets curious, you know? I get curious. So, let's keep walking forward so that we can get through it, right? So what we're thinking now is Joel died, right? Yeah. So we're talking about Ellie. Ellie, my wife thinks she heard one of the guys say, "Hey, don't kill her, because then you'll have your daughter's death on your conscience." So now we're thinking the person that killed Joel is Ellie's mother. The trauma.
Because the mom was a Firefly.
Yeah, the Fireflies. That's what they were called. That Joe killed and beat up for Ellie. Because the Fireflies wanted to kill Ellie because she had an immune system. And they thought they had the right to kill her because that mom was involved. So now the mom comes back because all the Fireflies got killed by Joe. And they beat the hell out of him.
So now the game is taking us from... In part 1, we went to Pittsburgh all the way to the mountains.
Ellie, when she came in, she's screaming, "I'm going to kill everybody. You heard him." And they heard him. So now you got Ellie going after... Sorry, babe. I'll let you explain. I'm sorry. Okay. Can I say this part and then you say the end?
What?
Okay. So Ellie is now planning to go after the killer. Not realizing that's her mother. She don't know it. She didn't pay attention. She was too busy thinking about Joel dying. You know what I'm saying? But you hear these people talk about, don't kill her because that's your daughter. And when they said that, they knocked her out. Kicked her in the face. Knocked her out. And kept her alive. So she wakes up right next to Joel's body and Joel's brother, and they walk away, and like a couple of days later, he's sitting down with a box and giving giving Ellie what Joel left her, and trying to tell her to live a good life, and she's like, "No, I want revenge." You know, that's how the game starts. Sorry, I'm so go ahead, babe. I get too excited. Go ahead, talk, baby. What were you saying though?
I don't remember.
That's not a good thing, because that's part of our show here. We're having a Q&A. I interrupted too hardcore. You see that, guys? I feel like a jerk now.
You're not a jerk. It's just basically the game in number 1 went from Pittsburgh to the mountains. Now you got the mountains to Seattle. Because she's going to Seattle, Washington to fight the Fireflies.
Yeah, she's going back, right? That's what you were going to say?
Yep.
Bro, I'm so... And the cool part is we were playing it together, you know? We still are. We're going to play it together.
We're in the same spot.
We got another idea how to play it, to explain the story. We're going to explain the story to you as we go along, right? I guess that's what we're going to do.
Yep.
And you can experience it with us, by us. We got you guys. Don't worry about it. We got you guys. We're going to protect your little... Everybody's faint heart, and we're going to go and we're going to finish it without... So, because YouTube said I could film, because I have a film on it, doing it. She has a film doing it. It's just that one particular part was really vicious, and they didn't want to, like... glorify it. And I agree. They were in the right. I didn't mean to talk over your voice, babe. And make you all quiet. Look what I did.
You didn't do that.
I turned the beauty off.
That's another beauty's over here coloring.
I know, but I turned you off.
How did you turn me off?
Because when you were explaining something, and I was like, and you
then that's part of the Q&A of the Daddy and Jay show.
No, Q&A means you talk, I talk, right? Questions and answers. I guess that's what Q&A means, stands for, questions and answers.
Get the fudge toast out of here, for real.
Right, so that's why they didn't see a new video. We did do a new video, but it was demonetized because I agree. Like I said, I agree with you too.
Yeah, because like you also said, you have a video up, I have a video up.
Right. But they didn't see the next video. And if we put another video up on this, about this game, they're not going to understand where we're at unless we told them what's going on. And we felt we want to keep going and explain to you what's going on in the video. Because that's part of the Daddy and Jay show. We're gamers. We're more than just Call of Duty. Even though none of you can touch me. Nah, you got some good players in there. You know? So that's it. That's Daddy and Jay after the coffee, right? And taking a honey shot.
Yeah.
How do you like that honey shot? She's so pretty, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's so cute.
The whole time we've been talking, I've been calling her. Oh, see, now they're enticing me with Candy Crush now. Oh, that's candy soda.
I built the greenhouse too, guys. I didn't show you guys yet. Nothing about it.
It's still under construction.
I could have let you watch me. That would have been good content, right? Watch me build a greenhouse and put everything together. But I was just too I was too much pain doing it. And I didn't want to show you that part. You know, because as much as we look like perfect people, but you know, we have our struggles, our day-to-day struggles that like everybody else has. Well, not like everybody else has, actually. But I have old injuries, and my wife has injuries. But we love our life. We enjoy everything we love. Excuse me, I'm in the cough. And I think it's time to go.
No. That's not.
So, until next time, with Dottie and Jay, we're going to make sure this video gets up. Maybe I'll trim it. I don't know. Let me see if I can have this special app to do cool things to it. See if I can do that before I can do this. Anyway, that's not your business, bro. Why you getting in my business? I'm only playing. Honey, what do you want to say to everybody after this conversation? Calm down.
Like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah. I'm on Instagram too. I'm Loyal Shade, guys. Loyal Shade 420. That's the J. Red Phoenix. 143 JMR. That's her. You know what I'm saying? JMR is my name. My full name. So, anyway, don't matter what that is. Jay's here. Dottie's here. We're just trying to live our lives and enjoy it. In these hard times, these difficult times, we pray for everybody. We hope everybody's well, and we hope we can be help be inspirational. But you know, we are. I'm sure we are, and people are on YouTube that we watch are very inspirational. You know, sometimes humans we need distraction in the middle of hard times. You know, it helps us get through. Nobody really knows that. Instead of sitting there get depressed about 100 things, distraction and hobbies, you know, you can have a certain type of life, you know, better life. You know? So, anyway, always real talk over here. Talk to you later, guys. God bless you.